Hi, all my LGBT friends and others. Welcome to my channel. I'm still reading the book of Exodus, and I'm going to be on chapter 22. But before I start that, I just wanted to kind of briefly say that I think that the good, God-fearing Christians, people who love the Constitution, people who uphold the Second Amendment, have really struck a blow against this new world order, at least given it a black eye, especially with the Brits leaving the EU, which I think is a very good thing, because George Soros is one of the guys that, is a part of these big bankers, and there's only a few of them that think that they can just rule the world and tell us what we can do and what we can't do, and that we'll just be slaves to them, and and just, act like we're all dumb and we don't know what we're doing. We're just doing our little menial jobs and, and so forth. But you and I know the truth. You and I have been given knowledge by God of who we are, okay? We are children. We are princes and princesses of the Lord, of Jesus Christ, okay? That's who we are. We are spirit in a physical body, okay? And God gave us our laws, and as you know, in Exodus, I'm reading here what those laws are, what we're supposed to do, how we're supposed to behave with each other, how we're supposed to be fair with each other, how we're supposed to be when it comes to debt and that kind of thing, where you have the big elite bankers who want to, go everything against God and everything that is wrong. They want, to force us to be, in a fiefdom, if you will. And I know I'm sounding a little bit like Alex Jones here for a second, I just realized, but it's true, okay? So, they think that we're stupid, that we don't know what's going on, when we do know what's going on. Because God gave us that ability. And so, anyway, I just, wanted to throw in my 2 cents there. Hurrah for the good people of the world, of the Christians, and those who are God-fearing, and, who want to do the right thing. And, shame on Obama and the Clintons for not putting away criminals and terrorists, throwing them in jail, because we have the laws to do that right now. They could round up every single felon and put them in jail for 5 years, but they won't do it. And Congress hasn't passed this law yet, and they should, okay? And then that way, we get them off the street. We don't let people go because they've served a certain amount of time because we decided that that's good enough, like Obama did. Well, that's long enough for them. No, we have laws. We're under a country of laws and rules, Man, we've got to get these people out of the office. We have got to vote Trump in and vote in good people. He's going to be able to appoint new judges, okay, also on the Supreme Court, to do what is the right thing to do. Okay, anyway. All right, so, and he'll have to uphold the laws that are already on the books, okay? Okay, so we're going to go into chapter 22. These are laws concerning theft, damage, trespasses, borrowing, fornication, witchcraft, beastiality, idolatry, strangers, widows, etc. Okay, so, I'm trying to get this, sorry about my camera, okay. If a man shall steal an ox or a sheep and kill it or sell it, he shall restore 5 ox for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep. If a thief be found breaking up and be smitten that he die, there shall no blood be shed for him. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be blood shed for him, for he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. If the thief be certainly found in his hand alive, whether it be an ox or an ass or a sheep, he shall restore double. If a man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and shall be put in his beast, and shall feed in another man's field, of the beast of his own field, and of the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution. If a fire breaks out, catch in thorns, so that the stacks of corn, or the standing corn, or the field be consumed there within, he that kindled the fire shall surely make a restitution. And if a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double. If the thief not be found, then the master of the house shall be brought into the judges to see whether he have put his hand into his neighbor's goods. For all manner of trespass, whether it be an ox or an ass or sheep or remnant, for any manner of lost thing which another challenged to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before judges, and whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double unto his neighbor. So anytime you do anything bad, man, you're paying double, And if a man delivered unto his neighbor an ass or an ox or sheep or any beast to keep, and it die or be hurt or driven away, no man seeing it, then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, that he hath not put his hand unto his neighbor's goods, and the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good. If it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof. If it be torn in pieces, then let him bring it for witness, and he shall not make good that which was torn. If a man borrow aught of his neighbor, and it be hurt or die, the owner thereof being not with it, he shall surely make it good. But if the owner thereof be with it, he shall not make it good. If it be a hired thing, it came for his hire. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. If her father utterly refuse to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins. That shall not suffer a witch to live. Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be put to death. If he that sacrifice unto any god, save unto the Lord, only he shall be utterly destroyed. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for if ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry unto me, I shall surely hear their cry. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. If thou lent money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as a usurer, neither shalt thou lay upon him usury. If thou at all take thy neighbor's remnant to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by that the sun goeth down. For that is his covering only, it is his remnant for his skin. Wherein shall he sleep? If it shall come to pass, when he crieth unto me, that I will hear, for I am gracious. Thou shalt not revile the gods, or curse the rule of thy people. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruits and of thy liquors. The firstborn of thy sons shalt thou give unto me. This is God speaking, okay? So likewise shalt thou do with thine oxen and with thy sheep. 7 days it shall be with his dam. On the 8th day thou shalt give it to me. And ye shall be holy men unto me. Neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beast in the field. Ye shall cast it to the dogs. Okay, chapter 23. Laws concerning slander, false witness, justice, charitableness, the year of rest, Sabbath, idolatry, 3 feasts, an angel promised with a blessing if they obey him. So, all of these things, this was to separate the people of Israel from any other peoples, okay? That they had this special covenant, with the Lord, of course, the circumcision, the Passover, and so forth. But these were laws for the Israelites only, okay? For a reason, and this is all leading up, of course, until Jesus coming, all right? So, chapter 23. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Where am I at? Okay. Thou shalt not raise a false report, nor put not thy hand with the wicked to be unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shall thou speak in cause of to decline after many to wrest judgment. Neither shall thou countenance a poor man in his cause. If thou meet thine enemy's ox or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again. If you see an ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. Thou shalt not wrest the judgment of thy poor in his cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift bindeth the wise, and perverteth the words of the righteous. How true. Also thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger, seeing ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. And 6 years thou shalt show thy hand, and shall gather in the fruits thereof. Sow thy land, and shall gather in the fruits thereof. And the 7th year thou shalt let it rest, and lie still. And the poor of thy people may eat, and what they leave the beast of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thy vineyard and with thy olive yard. 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt rest. Thine ox, thy ass may rest, and the son of the handmaiden, stranger, may be refreshed. And in all things that I have said unto you, circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of the unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month of Abib. For thou comest out of Egypt, and thou shalt appear before me empty. In the feast of the harvest, the first fruits of thy labors which thou hast sowed in the field, in the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. 3 times in the year all the males shall appear before the Lord God. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until the morning. First of the first fruits of the land thou shalt bring into the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not seeth a kid in his mother's milk. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place where I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies, and an adversary unto thy adversaries. For mine angel shall go before thee, and bring thee into the Amorites, and the Hittites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hivites, Jebusites, and I will cut them off. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, or do their work. Thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quite break down their images. And I'm going to stop right there. So I'll continue this in just a second. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.